I think that FNAF and Undertale are groundbreaking and like hugely important to all of you, and the bigwigs at places like EA like have no clue. They have no clue why this is so popular. They don't get it. And I think what's going to happen, I know my kids, because of Scott Coffin, they want to be game designers. Does anyone in here want to work in game design? Like, people, yeah? Anybody working on a game right now? Anybody have an idea for a game? Like that. Yes.
Mario 3, I love the tail.
That is going to be the major contribution right there, is what all of y'all do with this, because you've already created all this art, all this
kind of
music.
Pioneering times right now for gaming. I mean, you gotta look at the internet and look at it in a whole, right? Let's just look at the internet. It's like 1994 was like the birth of the internet. Real big boom, right? So here we are just 20, 22 years later from that infancy. It's just a 20-year-old, the internet. It's just like getting a job, finishing school, right? That's the internet right now, right? So imagine where it's going to be in another 20 years. And so if we can take what Five Nights has done right now and then put that on and just expand on that, like you were saying about the universe is so big. That doesn't mean that you have to just be Five Nights bound. You can do your own thing and still fit in that universe of the internet, coding, and Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Is that right? You should do that, you, right here at the front of the line.
Yeah.
Okay?
Stay in school, study math,
That's
study science.
Come get a free prize from me right here. Which one do you want to give her?
Golden
There, he's
All right. What's your question? Your name?
Hi. My name is Mila. My official title is the animatronic impersonator. My two favorite characters are probably the marionette and purple guy. And my question is, have you seen the new teaser on Scott Games? And if you have, what do you think about it? Because it's so simplistic, it could really be interpreted either way.
I love it. It scared me and made me really excited. I'm really psyched for Sister Location. I think it looks a little different. Like the way that their faces are all moving, it's like, that is horrifying in a lot of ways, but also like totally normal. So I love it. I love where he's going. I think he keeps adding layers, and I'm excited to see where he goes.
Come on up here.
Awesome. Joker.
Hi, my name is Ryder, and my favorite animatronic is Springtrap. And I was wondering what you thought about Sister Location and where it would fit into the timeline of Five Nights at Freddy's.
That'll be interesting. I don't know where it's gonna fit. I bet it's gonna be like kind of outside that timeline. It wouldn't surprise me if it's maybe a little more advanced, because all of those, all of the robots the animatronics seem a little more advanced. So maybe it's after, we'll see, but who knows, maybe these are the prototypes, and that's what's going on. So this is all happening in the early 80s. So we'll see. I'm excited. We don't yet have like a time marker like the Bite of 87 or something to tell us like where this is. So I'm excited to see what we find out. If he shows up and instead of a tape player, he's got a CD player, we'll know we're in the 90s instead of the 80s.
Here, come on up here, Joker. Here, hand that to him. You said that's your favorite one, right?
All right, what's your name and your favorite?
My name is Alex, and my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's character is Shadow Freddy.
Oh, Shadow Freddy. Super scary. All those.
My question is what happened to Mangle after the place fell down?
What happened to Mangle? The question is, what happened to Mangle after the place fell down? Who knows what happened to Mangle after the place fell down?
I think
What?
she got shipped to Sister Location and got rebuilt it.
That's a really cool idea. That's what I want to know is because if Sister Location is after, right, then then maybe that's Mangle, that Funtime Foxy that we see, like he got rebuilt or something. If it's before, then, I mean, we don't know what happened to Mangle. That's one of those things that's up in the air. I'll tell you what, you should figure it out and write a story about it and put it up online for everyone to read. I'd be interested to read that. Who else would be interested in reading about that? What happened to, yeah.
I actually have a blog for that.
You have a blog for that? What's your blog called?
It's
This is Alex. He's gonna keep-
Our FNAF theories dot what? Weebly.
Powered by a
Yeah.
website called Weebly.
Okay. Our FNAF theories.weebly.com. Check that out. That's awesome.
Hi, my name is Camden, and I like Springtrap. My question is there going to be a hidden character from the sister location?
There's gotta be, right?
I would think. I mean, do you hope so? I hope so, right?
Yeah.
Not shoulder shrug. Let's hope so, right?
I think so. I mean, there's been plenty of other hidden characters before, and even when, you know, and then Scott releases updates to games later and will add more stuff into it. So, you know, even the game that we get in early October, there might be more to come after that.
Yeah, what's your name and what's your question?
My name is Hannah, and my favorite animatronic is Michael. And my question was I was wondering if you thought there was going to be a fifth time in Freddy's, and if you do, where do you think it will take place?
So that was kind of what was brought up earlier, right? And so, underground or above ground or
Yeah.
4's out, still going. 5.
I mean, we like sister location could be 5, but it could just be a different story. So it's kind of hard to say. We don't know yet, and that's what's cool. I get the feeling like maybe like Scott said, one of the things when he was talking about all of the fan theories is that when it becomes so big, it gets hard to keep it all straight. And that makes it super hard for him to keep writing in that continuity. So maybe he's like, I'm done with this story of the purple guy and the murdered children, and I want to move on to something else in this universe that's creepy animatronics killing people, but is not that one storyline. So we'll see. We'll see how much of a connection there is. I
It'll
hope.
be sharks.
Yeah.
Animatronic sharks.
That would be cool. Oh.
Animatronic sharks. Why not? I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
sure. Animatronic
Come
sharks.
here. Come over here. We got something.
Thanks. Yep. Name and your favorite animatronic.
Okay, so I'm Tyson, and my favorite animatronic is Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Yeah.
Alright, so my question is, out of all the games, you guys have played it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the games, what was the scariest jump scare for you?
You know, I think the scariest jump scare has always been my first, and I think that was Foxy. I think that was but like that's the one that scared me the most. But so by the time I got to FNAF 4, I think those were probably the scariest, like in terms of like teeth and atmosphere. But I kind of steeled myself against it. It was like they really have to keep going. So I don't know.
Bonnie in FNAF 2, jump scare, right? Strangles you, right? Right? Okay, that's strangled. That
Yeah.
one, right?
That's pretty scary.
Bonnie.
Do you have a scariest one?
All of them.
All of them? Yeah.
Of course
Good
you're gonna say
answer.
that too, then all of them.
All right, come on up.
Yeah,
And
come
next
here.
next question.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for coming.
My name is Lily.
Hi, Lily.
My favorite animatronic is Mangle.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite song that's out there right now?
Just a regular one.
Just the regular one?
All right.
Oh, perfect.
What's your question?
Do you have a question?
Yes.
What's your question? Go ahead and say it. You like,
You need some help?
My favorite YouTuber that was
what's your question? It's cool. Look what
Do you want to help her real quick?
Look what I got for you.
Okay, Lily, why don't you come up and tell me, and we'll let someone else grab the mic, and then I will tell everyone else
Come
what
up
it
here,
is.
come over
So
here.
come up here.
Andy. And here, give her this while she comes up. And what's your question and what's your name?
Come on up.
My favorite characters of Golden Bear, something.
Gold Bear's your favorite. Your name's Ethan. All right, I'd like to roll hot. Do you have any questions for us today, Ethan? What is your favorite FNAF game so far?
FNAF
4. Oh, I got a 2 over here. He straight up says 4 to you too. Well, here, come up here, Ethan. I got something for you.
So Lily's question was, who's our favorite YouTuber who plays FNAF? I got it, like, Matt Pat's got my heart. Like, he and I are just both big nerds, and I love all of the game theory, I love film theory, and so I like how he gets really, really, like, analytical and nerdy about all of it. I think that's my favorite, but from sheer just, like, fun of watching them play it, it's probably Markiplier. He's hilarious.
And then FedEx
No.
Gaming does a pretty good job on what he does and building it and playing it.
Jacksepticeye, they're also very good.
Are you ready? Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you want? Are you glad you're your team?
Hi, my name is Benjamin, and I haven't played the series long enough to really decide on my favorite character, but now, only getting up to night 5 on game 1 and watching people play the other games, I'm going to choose Freddy because he's just mysterious and creepier than the other characters. You can see him in the cameras, you can see his eyes, but you can't see him until night 4 or 5 when he's sticking his face up against your right hallway camera. My question is, in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, in the vent, Chica does not have her beak on. Is this fact significant to the story of Five Nights at Freddy's old games?
I think so, because you notice in one of the mini games in FNAF 4, yeah, she's missing her beak, the toy version, and there's like just like the tiniest little thing, and like her beak is on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's something to that, but I don't know, because I don't know if we'll see Chica in FNAF or in sister locations. So, but yeah, that's definitely something. There's something to that for sure.
That's a good question, dude. Thank you.
Yeah.
And here, come up here. We got some stuff so that we can wait. A few more items, and I see there's a long line, so I don't want to discourage you, but we still have a few more things to hand out for participating. All right, thanks, dude. Hey, what is your question?
My question is, I was wondering if they're going to make a live-action horror movie of
Yes.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, that's my main gig for Big Shiny Robot is writing movie reviews, and I also have a movie review podcast. So, like, yeah, they're making a FNAF movie. It's in development. They haven't started shooting. It sounds like they're almost done with the script. They don't have a cast, no. But it sounds like maybe 2018. So I think that's the target date for it, and that'll be cool. I was having this discussion with my podcast co-host who doesn't play FNAF, but he's like, "Do you think they'll make it PG-13?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, come on. Like, we know who this movie's for."
Exactly.
And you and FNAF has shown that you can be plenty scary without moving into the R-rated territory. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'd agree with all that.
I gotta say, my favorite animatronic is either Foxy or Springtrap.
Yep.
There's so many screen traps in here. And
Yep.
Foxy.
Good call.
Yeah,
All right.
come on up here, dude. I got something for you, everyone. Let's see, you get this guy.
Go ahead.
All right, thank you.
Okay, my question would be, because you said that we were able to do underfill questions as well.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on Matt Pat's Sans test theory? Because I personally hate it.
I don't know. I think it is absolutely clear that Undertale was inspired by Earthbound and by a whole slew of like late 90s RPGs. Like, it's just, like that's the stuff from my childhood. And so when I started playing that, I'm like, I know what this is. It'd be like a band showing up and they sound exactly like the Beatles, you know? I've heard this before. I get it, where it's coming from. But it doesn't have to be John, Paul, George, and Ringo for it to be very Beatles inspired, you know? So I don't know if Sans is Ness, but there's enough winking in there that he's obviously like making a lot of references. Well, and the whole point of the game, I mean, all of the memes within the game and everything, and the fact that Sans is a meme lord, like it's about going back and remixing old ideas and fun things like that. So I think that's what he's saying he's doing with Undertale.
Come on up here.
Yeah, great question.
Let's talk. Where you go? Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, I'm James. My favorite character happens to be the marionette. And I was wondering if you guys have any theories on the gameplay of Sister Location.
I don't know. I have no clue whatsoever.
Yeah.
No.
That's
We've seen what we've seen. I'm betting the gameplay will be very similar because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's
I mean,
right.
one of the things with FNAF World, I think, is he tried to do so many different things, and some of it worked and some of it didn't. So I bet we go back to more of the same basic thing of like keeping monsters from jumping out and killing you.
pretty much. Security guard somewhere. Here, come on up here. Fred. Thank you.
I'm Kylie, and my favorite animatronic would have to be Withered Bonnie.
Uh-huh.
And I originally had 5 questions, but I'm just going to go down to 1.
Thank you.
How do you think the canceled due to leaks trailer with the hidden dialogue background, how do you think that will incorporate within it?
Right back at you.
Yeah, good question, because I don't know the answer. I didn't see that before. Yeah.
Say it loud. What do you guys think?
No, okay. I think that's a question we're going to find out. I don't know. You have an answer right here?
Yes. There's actually, if you brighten up the screen on that, there's a whole dialogue behind it.
Oh.
Really?
About, and it actually means, and at the first part it says, Circus Baby's Pizza World has been canceled due to gas leaks.
Circus Baby's Pizza World.
Yes.
Yes, this is hidden. So you turn up the brightness on the screen,
Yes.
and then you can see this hidden message.
I watch it on 8-Bit Gaming.
Oh,
Nice.
Gaming. Okay, good.
That's a
Good
good-
call.
that's
Check
a
out
good
8-Bit
channel,
Gaming
too.
to watch that.
Yeah, makes
Like, I'm
sense.
going to Google that right now. You see that? Great
Yeah.
question.
Hey, we're just so I can tamper down expectations. We got about 5-6 minutes left. I'm so sorry we're not going to get to everything. Yeah, but yeah, come on up and we'll try and get through as many of these as possible.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Freddy.
Yeah, we'll tell them.
Say it again. It's who? Who's your favorite?
Good call.
Do you have a question?
Question?
So I was wondering, do you think that the elevator that we see in the trailer will break down and we have to use the air vent to get out of it?
So the
That would be
elevator in the
interesting.
trailer isn't going to break?
Yeah. What if the elevator? I think that could be a really interesting gameplay dynamic. And if you're trying to go up and down elevators, they break. You try and get out.
Yeah,
there,
right.
Yeah.
Might crawl out of the escape hatch.
That would be a good way to like build on what they've already done. That makes a lot of sense.
Elevators.
Yeah. Good call.
I'll take
Okay.
one just for you. Come on over.
We got to do lightning round. Get through as many of us as possible. Go ahead.
Hello,
Yeah.
Hello.
this is Jacob, and one of my favorite characters would have to be the Knight Marion.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
And I wanted to know, what do you two think of Finance at Freddy's World?
I downloaded FNAF World when it originally came out, and I like rage quit after like a couple of hours because I'm just like, what is this? I didn't get it. Since it's been updated, I've enjoyed it a lot more.
You know, and I just want to say, I've been on like several panels throughout all of the Comic-Cons, FanX's, Fantasy Cons, and everything with the con at the Salt Palace. And this by far has been the most engaging crowd. And lined up right here. And I just want to give yourself a round of applause. Everyone knows that we're all Five Nights junkies. And seriously, and there is a long line of everybody here. We're probably just